if you've been hunting turkeys for any length of time and you got family members that do it, you probably have this same dilemma. What do you do with all these tails? Well, I'm going to show you with this little project how to go from this to this. As you can see, I've taken a lot of my individual tail mounts and I've consolidated them into a multi-beard mount. One that gives me room to grow. I can add beards as I go and I don't have to mount fans anymore. Freed up a lot of wall space and made the room look a lot less cluttered. So if you're interested, stay tuned, keep watching, and I'll show you how the project is done. I'm gonna build this multi-beard turkey fan holder, and I have made myself a template. It is roughly 20 inches wide by about 7 1/4. I made it so that it would fit on a 1x8 perfectly without any waste. Save you a little bit of cutting. As you can see, just a little bit about it. Like I said, it's 20 inches wide by about 3 1/4 inches, and it has a radius on the top that will cover the feather roots of the tail deck. So I'm going to lay this on my 1x8, quickly trace it, and then we'll cut it out, do some light finish work, and show you how it all kind of goes together. Now this is the beard board. It's a section that would sit right here. So you would lay that out as close as you can. Use the one long edge. Now this is just something I saw on Pinterest, and they didn't have any specifications, so I just kind of, no pun intended, winged it. And then from this you also would use this little backing board. This is a spacer block that will go on the back of the turkey mount to give it some offset from the wall. So you can lay them all out together like so. This is your back. This is the beard board, and this is the main board itself. Now, pretty simple project. I'm going to cut this out with a jigsaw. Seems to be the best, and then we're going to sand it, finish it, and show you how to put it together. there we have two complete sets. We have the block and the beard board, and that's how she's going to go together. Alright, I think we got a working torch now. We're just going to scorch the edges and across the grain on this. Go as slow as you want. As even. I've seen it done evenly. I've seen it done with large, heavy scorches. Whatever you feel like doing. It just gives the wood a little character. I'm going to do all surfaces on this piece. We are ready to add the stain. I'm just using a simple stain that it's actually, I think it's called antler stain. I'm a taxidermist, so I would have such a thing. But anyway, any stain you want. Cool thing about stain is you put it on, you control it by how much you put on and how hard you rub it off. Going to quickly stack the wood a little bit. Okay, assembly. I've marked out where I want the board centered on the piece. I've pre-drilled and countersunk a couple holes, so I've got it held in place. Oops, got to change that. Put my driver bit in, and we will go ahead and tighten that up. I want to make sure that I'm level and straight. I look pretty good there, so turn it back over, and we'll just put those two screws in. There we go. And there we go. Alright, so there it is. It'll work. We're also going to add the backboard. I don't know if you know for sure if I just explained what the purpose of the spacer is, but this is going to hang against the wall, and it needs to hang out from the wall a little bit to give room for the tail to sit right in here. So that's all this is. So we're going to just kind of center it up, eyeball it up. Oops, run those screws in. That doesn't even have to be straight. And we'll give her one more for good measure here. Now in the next segment we'll show you, I will show you exactly how that works. But basically the fan sits against the wall, the fan sits right in there, that gives it a little bit of offset. Beards hang from the beard board. Cool. Alright. Alright, say hello to Spike. Anybody that's watched my videos has seen Spike behind the trigger, killing turkeys, catching fish. So, she's also a crafter. She has a Cricut maker. And she's made me a little something special to dress this thing up. Because it does look a little plain. And she's made, let me show you. With her Cricut machine, she's made a vinyl turkey silhouette, and we're going to have her transfer that onto these.
Always fun to make things with my Cricut.
Especially cool things like this.
Mm-hmm. Get all the bubbles out.
Oh, I like. That's good. Hold that up again. Starting to see it. Beautiful. Thanks, honey. Okay, so let me explain how these work. First of all, you can cut the tab off. And then you want to make your cut right on that fold right there. And I'll show you what you have when you're done. So then this section will get screwed to the wall like so. And the tension of that will hold the beard or the tail. Tail will go right in there. Same with this piece. Screwed one screw right there, and that holds the tail. So we can make these up real quick. And then now one of these will go on the back of this like so. And it'll do the same thing. It'll hold that beard, or that tail, I always call it a beard, that tail right there. So when you get done, you'll hang this on the wall and this will be attached. Okay, we've got an old bird. This is one I shot in 1999. I just happened to save the tags, so we're going to hot glue this in. Fill that reservoir right up with our hot glue. There you go. And we'll stick that in there. And he came in with a brother. I shot him, and the brother stayed right around and jumped around. It was quite exciting. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I've got 7 on. We've got room for 8, 9, 10, 11 across, and then if I stagger them, this rack will hold 21 beards. So that gives me some room to grow. So we will put this all together and show you the final product in just a moment. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. I'm going to try to bring you more stuff like this. But in the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy my new game room, sit back and watch a turkey video. See you next time.